I just got absolutely covered in soil because I pulled one of my plants down with another plant by accident. Honestly. Now she is also covered in soil and the floor is covered in soil. Hey everyone, it's Sophie. I make videos about houseplants and books, and today we are doing one of my most requested videos at the moment. It's my full plant pot collection. I've got a whole bunch of different ones around here. We've got vintage ones, we've got ones that I've painted, we've got ones that I've got from big box stores, and we've got just ones that people have gifted to me, and some from the garden centre. I used to have a bob. We've gone super short, mostly because with chronic illness and stuff, I was really struggling to style my hair. So I wanted something where I could just literally go like that and it was done. So I've got this kind of mullety thing, and I've also got new glasses because my right eye decided to go long-sighted and my eyes couldn't focus. I have missed filming videos for you guys so much. I love just getting to sit down and chat about plants, chat about books. Let's start with this one that I've been holding on to. This is a cute little giraffe pot that I found in a charity shop or a thrift shop if you're from the US, and it's a little giraffe. And I love jungle stuff, I love animal stuff. Had to do it, and I knew that this Hoya DS70 or the Bertoni I have would look so cool with it because it kind of gives giraffe vibes. Does it not go so well together? And it's got these wee little legs that make it look like the giraffe has a tiny legs, and I'm just here for it. I'm gonna show you guys a really cool one. This is one of my favorites, and if you saw my vintage plant pot haul video, you'll have seen this one already. It's got all my Marantas in it right now, and as you can see, they have grown so much. They are looking beautiful, and I just love this whole situation. The pot itself is like a square shape. It's ceramic again, and it's got these passion flowers on it. And it is so cool, and little butterflies. I just love this one. It's gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. I just want to stare and stare at this one. Pots are so cool. Next, with this funky gynocalcium. Whoa, I couldn't remember the name. My Hanuichi, I think. It's got two buds starting on the top of it, so we're gonna get those cool flowers again this year, which is amazing. My best friend gave me this pot, and I can see that from a distance it's just not showing up at all on the camera, so I hope that when I do some close-ups you can see, because it is like this holographic purple and it's so alien. Then let's segue into this tiny cutie. Look how adorable. I mean, I really don't advise touching cacti, but listen to this. This cactus is sentimental to me because this was from the lovely Barbara. Hello, Barbara. If you're watching, how are you? I have not seen you in a million years. We met back when I was doing art markets, and she was like, I watch your videos, which was really cool. And Ivy Line, who make these, actually make a really cute bee one as well. I always see that bee one in plant shops and stuff, and I want the bee one. It's very cute. Now, my two favorite Aeonium babies. I love Aeonium so much, but I have to say that this Aeonium in particular holds some really big sentimental value to me because my best friend brought me back a tiny little clipping of it from Spain, and I've grown it into this big beautiful boy. Like, I will try and find a picture. I'm sure I have a picture of what it was like to start with, and now, wow, I just love Aeoniums. And it's in this cool kind of textured matte ceramic pot that again was from a charity shop. It kind of reminds me of like wood, even though it's in this kind of stone colour. It's interesting, and this was like £1. Not gonna lie, my hand is really hurting where it got spiked on a cactus. And then this purpley Aeonium leucoblephanum, which is one that branches off a lot more because of the purpley tones. I thought it went cool with this pot, which is kind of like woodland, fauna, you know, ferns, mushrooms. This one is so cute and funny. This is a little squirrel, and he's on like this neon textured concrete planter. I love this so much. This was from one of the market creators at the art markets I used to go to, and she likes to take old or vintage objects and she paints them. I love squirrels. I have quite a lot of squirrel stuff. Frogs and squirrels, those are my jam. But as you also know, bright colours, they are my jam. So bright coloured squirrels, obviously. Feels weird using a terracotta pot as a pot inside a cover pot, but I was a bit scared to not have this plant in terracotta because I've always cared for it that way. And also, is it that different from having a plastic one? Is it? This is a type of euphorbia. That strange sound you can hear is spikes going against plastic. So this is a mammillaria cactus, and they get like a cool ring of flowers around the top of them. This still has room as well in this pot, you can see. So this can live in here for the foreseeable future. It's got like this really cool sandpapery texture at the bottom, and then it goes up. This is like not just a print, this is like textured along with this pattern. Did that make sense? I think it goes really beautifully with this plant. Miss, you need to turn around and face our audience. Thank you. Good work. I was about to say no one would ever hold them by the cute little handles, but that's what is happening right now. It's little daisies on this one, and this one has been passed around for a few different plants. This one is my favourite pot, housing my favourite begonia, and it is, oh, look at my begonia griffin. I'm gonna have to take her out so you can see this pot properly because she's blocking the view a bit, but she is majestic. Like, if you remember, this was a rescue plant, so I'm so proud of it. Look at her. Oh. This pot is so bizarre. I love it. It's giving Alien Planet, Star Trek, which is why I liked it. But it also reminds me of conkers, like the outside of conkers. I don't know what's gotten into them, but at the moment, TK Maxx have the best pot selections. Honestly, just rows and rows and rows, aisles and aisles of the quirkiest, weirdest pots. There was one as well with like loads of grapes all over the side. It was so cool. They have a great selection, so I recommend going and having a peruse if you're into some nice weird cover pots. And seeing as I just showed you that one, I will show you the other one from TK Maxx, which I think goes so well with that green one. As you can see, I'm planning on putting this Mikado snake plant in here because I just think that it goes really well together and makes it look like some kind of under the sea situation here. It's just very cool. But it also reminds me, and it reminded my friend of as well, like body horror and my book that I've written and kind of the visuals in parts of that. Like, so it was a very thoughtful present as well. It was really sweet of her. This plant makes me just want to play it like some kind of heart. You guys often see this begonia poking out in the corner. She is wild. Like, clearly I am in desperate need of doing a repotting video soon for my smaller plants. This is another pot that, again, is still available to buy. So this is called the Nettleton pot, and I've seen it in lots of plant shops. It's on my TikTok shop. It's again got this crazing that you can't see from far away, but I'll show you a close-up. It's such a beautiful texture. This is hard to show. Ah, wow. This is my Anthurium moodianum. Oh gosh, you have turned a funny colour. You can tell by this glossiness that this is a new leaf. I was very, very pleased about that. This is another one with crazing on it. It's got this beautiful, beautiful, beautiful daisy print, and it's got these little curly handles again. This one is funny and cute and a little bit personal, so I painted this one on my birthday. This philodendron white wizard is in desperate need of a moss pole now. They had these little plant pots that were supposed to be Easter, because it's supposed to be like Easter rabbit. Easter rabbit. Who says Easter rabbit? My mouth today, honestly. Easter bunny. And it looked like my dog's ears when he puts them up. And I was like, I'm doing Milo. It's gotta be Milo. So this is my dog, Milo, a little Jack Russell. This is his head and the little meadow underneath. I was very pushed for time at the end. So I was like, I'll just do stippled meadow and some flowers. This is, and it needs a wash. Oh gosh, it needs the wash. We've got two little hoyas in here because I was planning on doing like a little hoya tray. Maybe get another one in here. Mini hoya tray. This was from my nan. And it's like, I'm laughing because I was like, what is it? What is this? How do I say what this is? I believe that it's like a hanging planter and that you can put something to hang it with through these holes. But I'm just kind of using it as like a pot organizer, and it's so dirty. I'm so sorry. But in the base, it's also got the floral design. Also a Hoya, and she's blooming, look. This is Hoya Waitii, so I'm really excited for those blooms to open because they are pink and fuzzy and look like little Ugg boots. And this one, it just hit me in the mouth. That's a peduncle, so we're going to get more flowers than that. So this is in a little vintage chrysanthemum pot. Chrysanthemum. Can't say that word. I feel like this was my best friend's grandma again. She just gave me a box of pots at some point and I found some really, really cool ones in there. And this quick show and tell has nothing to do with pots, but I wanted to show you guys because look at that. This whole thing here, this is new. And I've got this plant in this really cool kind of mosaic blue and white pot. This has got like a matte background, but then this shiny ceramic blue. Then housing the majestic monkey tail cactus that, look at that, she's coming along, isn't she? She is coming along. We've got this branched off bit. She's my favorite cactus. And she's in this Winnie the Pooh style, like, honey pot. I've realised over time that I like pots that are kind of round or have like a strange curved shape. I think they look really beautiful with plants. This one's like a concrete dark grey textured pot. And it's got this curved base, even though it is quite a straight shape otherwise. This was one that came with a plant years ago, like from either Beards and Daisies or Bloom Box. And then I have two of these ones and one of a different variation. I'll put the other ones on the screen now. These are the Nicholas Spring plant pots and they come in loads of different colourways. Blue and orange is one of my favourite colour combinations, so I chose them. And the seller actually sent these to me for free as a free sample, and they're available on my TikTok shop, I believe. And then I've got my philodendron. What is your name? Mandianum. And I've been quite fond of this one for a while. It's like half dark green glazed and ridges at the top like this, but then unglazed cream at the bottom. I've got this blue little curved one that was just from a charity shop. 100% the most boring one. This white plastic one that I don't even know where we got that from. I've got loads of plants that are in terracotta pots. We've got this itty bitty gold one that my nan got me that I think's cute, but I need another plant to put in it because what was in it was a tiny baby peperomia and it has croaked, unfortunately. And then I've got these two grey ones which are currently not in use because, again, things not in the right size pots to go in them, but soon. I've got some propagations on the go. My brain couldn't decide which to say. This one was actually not a pot. It was, you know, those containers you can get from the supermarket with lids for tea bags or coffee or sugar. It's actually one of those, but I liked it and my housemate didn't want it anymore. She got new ones, so I was like, I'll have that. I'll make a pot of that. Very similarly, we've got this one, which was another charity shop find. Look at this nice new leaf on my heterophylla. Oh. And she was having a struggle as well, so we're glad she's not, although I don't know why this new leaf's like, I'm going to grow like over here. So we've got this spotty one with the blue, kind of pale blue base. This one I think was one that came with a plant from a supermarket, or sometimes they'll put a cool pot. And I swear that my friend bought this for the plant and then gave me the pot. So that's what I think happened. And then this one with my Alocasia Platinum in it, which is my favourite Alocasia. Gosh, this one looks like it's seen some wear and tear. I'm pretty sure I've had this pot since the beginning. Since the beginning, not of the world, not of the universe, of my plant universe. One of my first plants, I think, was in this, and I'm sure this must again be from either Beards and Daisies or Bloom Box because that was the first places that I ordered plants from ever. So I realised I need the audio to still be on my microphone so I can't just go vlogging around downstairs to show you these things. So I am upstairs, but through the magic of editing, you find yourself gazing upon the B-roll that I have haphazardly thrown together from my iPhone, and you understand that this was necessary to complete the video. Downstairs here, we've got this cool marble one, and this is jessamite, I believe is what it's called, that it's made out of, and this was made by Jason from one of the markets that I used to do from Aether and Knox. It's handmade. And then we've got a few other ones knocking about. There's this white one, There's this really cool terracotta one that's again kind of like paint swirly, but it's terracotta and it's got this stand in the bottom. So you can have cacti and stuff in here, and if you did want to water it directly in here, I mean I don't, but you can, and it stops the pot being sat in the water. And then up on our kitchen shelf, which if you've been here a really long time, that used to be my background for my videos, we have some of these basket pots. And they've got this plastic lining on the inside. The plant situation in the living room at the moment is just a lot of stuff that's been moved here while we were doing the bathroom. First we've got this rose gold like pot with a stand. It's got legs, and I used this for my big philodendron tiger tooth. And then one that I really like that actually belongs to my housemate is this metal one, and it's got like mottled different colours on it. So we used to have this huge snake plant that lived in this, and we couldn't find a pot that big. So we got a washing basket, and I think this is genius, guys. Like if you have a huge plant and you can't find a cover pot for it, try a washing basket at IKEA or something similar. So anyway, that's going to be it for today's video. Let me know which pot was your favourite in the comments down below. I make videos about houseplants and books, so if either of those things interest you, please do hit that button, subscribe to be notified when I next make a video. Thank you so much for watching. You're amazing, you are awesome, you are gold. Boop, I probably had sweat marks. Don't care about sweat marks.